Hey guys, and thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today we're working on the Hawk 250 and we're putting handguards on it, putting a new headlight in it, LED bulb so we get some better light, and I'm going to show you what's wrong with this Petcock.
I think I'm just a little stupid.
If you guys are liking these videos, go ahead and press that subscribe button in the bottom right corner to see more videos on this bad boy. For any parts that I put on this, and including the bike, I have the links down in the description, so if you're looking for something to upgrade your bike, it'll be down there and you can buy the same thing. Hopefully they don't take it off Amazon. So as far as this Petcock, I'm so used to my SV650 that was fuel injected that I just kind of forgot that this Petcock works a little differently. So in my last video I showed that when you turn it to on, nothing comes out of that clear tube. So then when I turn it to reserve, the gas flows out. So, you know, in the midst of trying to figure out how to get this thing to run and trying so many different things, I overlooked one thing. I even took this out and cleaned it and looked how it works. So then all of a sudden when I ordered the new Petcock, which is this one, it all makes sense now. So this is a single tube Petcock. This is the filter. This is the fuel stem for the main fuel. When you have it turned to on, it's pulling out of this. And then inside there's a hole down inside that is the reserve. So if you could picture, when this is sitting in the tank, when you're low on fuel, the reserve could drain basically everything else you have in the tank out. But what I was overlooking, and I don't know how long this one is, I'm assuming it's very similar to this, is, you know, just trying to start the bike, I didn't completely fill the tank because it's easier to move a tank around without a lot of fuel in it. Well, if you look at where this stem is in, and it's shaped just like that, that's a decent amount of fuel in the bottom of this tank, all the way to the other side, and it's also leaning. So when I would have it straight up, you know, I would stand the bike up to get on it, the fuel level would go below this stem and choke itself out. There would be not enough fuel. So that totally makes sense. I haven't totally tested this, but I know that I don't have more than about this much fuel in here because of testing purposes. So what I'm going to do is fill it up, but I can almost 99% tell you that that's the reason why. So if you're having this issue, try filling up your tank, at least maybe to halfway, and see if that helps, because me being a dummy didn't realize that. So all the time I spent freaking out over this thinking I had a bad engine, it was just not getting fuel. So hopefully that helps you guys. All right, let's get to the mods. To stick with the theme of keeping everything cheap, I ordered a headlight, an LED headlight, and handguards that I'm going to put on, all from Amazon. So here is, I ended up getting a fake carbon fiber style because I was worried about the green not matching. So that's what we're going to put on today. The LED is a whiter light and a brighter light because this light, the stock light, is only good on high beam. So I'd like to have a little more low beam light, and I'd like the look of a white light. All right, so the handguard kit comes with obviously the handguards, which pretty good. It's like a cast aluminum. I don't know how durable. They're pretty light though. This one came with scratches, just like everything else from Amazon. Whatever, it's gonna get scratched riding on trails. It comes with the mounts, which has a swivel on it, so when you mount it on the handlebars, you can really put it in a lot of different positions, which is nice. Comes with the handlebar end fasteners that hold to the end of the handlebars. Then if you have a bigger bar, like a Pro Taper bar, it has the larger adapters. Kind of looked at it already. You just need a 5mm and a 4mm Allen wrench, and pretty much you can put it all on. So let's see how it looks. Alright guys, I got the first one on. I had to completely ream out the end of this handlebar here because the shape of this, I'll hold it up like this. See how that is kind of at an angle? I have no way to fit it on these handlebars to have it straight because this piece right here only rotates side to side. You know, I can't get any flex up. That would have worked, but I think it looks pretty decent, pretty sturdy. One thing I had to do here was put a piece of foam in between this throttle cable and the aluminum here, and I zip tied it. Sorry, I don't have any black zip ties, that looks terrible, but I'll replace it with a black one. But so now that won't rub on there. But yeah, I'm gonna start on the other side now. Alright guys, so here's where I'm at with the handguards. Until I get maybe some shorty levers or some smaller levers, this is what's gonna have to work, and I'll show you why. So from back here, I think it looks pretty good. I like the pattern, but with this, which side was it? This side, the clutch side. You can see the clutch lever is longer than this, what do you call it? This brace here. And you can see I don't even have it completely in there. It's solid, but it's not all the way in there. So as far as looks, it's a little weird. I can't really push it down any further because of the clutch cable, and I like to have, you know, I don't want my clutch too far down. So it'll have to do for now. I don't know if the new clutch, the new clutch lever will be a little shorter in the top part here. I don't know, we'll find out. The other side looks pretty good as far as fitting and as far as your hand inside here. So you probably ride about right here. So that's, oh sorry, right about right here. They're not huge, and I wasn't really going for something huge, but I think it looks pretty good. I may try to mount this over top, but for right now, until I decide if I'm getting new levers, I'm just gonna leave it. All right, let's start on the headlight. Alright, so I'm in the middle of assembling this and running into a few issues. I had to modify the headlight holder. There were two tabs on here, and here that I sanded down, and then I also sanded around here so it would sit flush. If you look at this, and once you assemble everything, there's a spring that goes between here, or actually inside of here. I also had an issue. This spring would just go right through. Sorry, I don't have you on a stand here. The spring would just go right through here. See? It's not supposed to do that. So I widened the spring a little bit to hold it. So now, take this on. Okay, we'll take this. Oh God. This goes on first. And then I will use the spring. And then this. If you can see that. It's incredibly hard to get this screw in. So I'm just gonna kind of have to force it in there. All right, so now that it's put together, you can see the spring is actually holding this back, so now it snaps back into place. So now it can actually be installed. Alright, so here is the stock bulb with the low beam and the high beam. And this is the after with the upgraded LED light bulb, low beam and high beam. Alright, so that's going to wrap up today's video. I'm going to leave you guys with a walk around and some footage of both the mods together with the light on, so you can see if you guys like it or if it's something you're interested in. If you guys have any comments or questions, just let me know and I can, try to help you as best I can for what I did to put the mods on there. two videos, I'm gonna try and get the bike registered and titled and get it on the road. And I also bought a motorcycle carrier for the back of my car. So I'm gonna unbox that and put it together and show you guys what $150 gets you for a motorcycle carrier. Once again, if you guys are liking these videos, go ahead and subscribe in the bottom right corner, and you know, I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you.